Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Laura A. Music Corner. And Happy New Year to everyone out there. Yes, it's almost halfway in the new year, but I'm still saying Happy New Year because it's basically my third video that I'm recording after the new year. So, anyway, yeah, welcome back, guys. I am back doing new reactions. So I was about to go into deep diving all you lovely people who gave me a catalog of music reactions to check out when it comes to Band Maid. Now, as I was like going into YouTube world and trying to pull up their channel, this song popped up. Now, I believe this song was released 6 days ago, and I had no idea. But I wanted to check it out. So it's nobody requested this. I'm not sure if you did. I haven't had even a chance to even check out the comment section. It's been a little bit rough. I got stuck at work a lot of hours the past 2 months. So, unfortunately, it is what it is. But I will get to those comments eventually. But I wanted to do was check out their new music video. It's called Without Holding Back. So it'll be a first time reaction. Not sure what to expect, but I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. So let's sit back, relax, and let's enjoy some Band Maid without holding back. Alrighty, let's get to it. fantastic. I was not expecting. Oh, I'm like, calm down, Laura. You don't understand how I was feeling this whole time. I literally, when I started hearing the first few chords of it, I've been having shivers. Like a lot of you don't know. Check out a lot of the Epica. If you're not an Epica fan, and if you happen just to check out that playlist, there's a lot of times that I will listen to Epica's music and I will get shivers going like literally on my back all the way up. This time I felt it through here and going up. Like the energy level was high for me. That was just like freaking amazing for me to feel that because it's very rare I get that from bands, but I could see why they named the song Without Holding Back. They were really doing the metal badass stuff. Stuff. And it was just like, it was really awesome. I really, it's so vastly different from the other videos that I've so far. I think I did, what, 3 videos already? And just seeing them in their element and just say, you know what, let's just you know, jam together, like let's bring it out. And it was just like really fantastic because each of the girls did such a fantastic job. And I'm watching the fingers being playing, especially on the guitarist. Like she's doing those little hand tap fingers on her guitar. So I'm paying attention to that. And I'm like really loving the energy and the excitement coming from the girls. And it's just like really fantastic. And I'm going to bring back the video and I'm going to stop along the way because a lot of you don't know. Like I just mentioned it for a video that I just finished reacting to Apica. Like most of the song that I just reacted to is because it had mostly a lot of instrumental. And a lot of you don't know, I quite enjoy listening to instrumental music, and it doesn't have to be like always on the vocal, spectrum of the music. It could be, like this. And I really enjoy that. And yeah, that will be going on my playlist, and especially when I'm in my alone time, I want to listen to it. But I think it was really, really good just to hear it. Okay, so I'm going to stop along the way and point out the different things I quite enjoy from this performance from Band Maid. Okay, one more time. That alone, that's why I was like, I was not expecting that. Like I'm going to pull it one more time back. It reminded me, and I'm dating myself, meaning like I'm showing my true age and with this comments. It reminded me on the era of Guns N' Roses when they first started doing their Appetite Destruction first album, and certain songs I would hear and how Slash would play those riffs like really free-handed, really loose, but really raw. And that's what I was hearing at that moment, just the rawness and just free flowing with the riffs. It was really, really fantastic how this young girl was able to do it. And yes, and you guys are going to kill me in the comment section. It's like, Laura, it's been almost a year and you still don't know the names of these girls' names of the band. And I'm like, I'm sorry. My attention span is very short when it comes to names, and it's not intentional. But eventually I will learn it. It's going to hit me 1,000 times, but I will learn it. But anyway, but I just love, love, love how she started that riff. And then once she started it, then the drummer came in and added the extra energy to it. It was just like, it felt like an explosion happened on stage and everyone is just witnessing like the explosion happening and everybody's just like stunned. That's how I was feeling at this moment. That's what I was saying. Like I love her tapping. I just love this part. And that's why I wanted to get to her. Like she did a fantastic job with the guitar, like with the riffs. But I'm like I said, I was paying attention how she was like really tapping those chords, and it like a lot of times like I quite enjoy certain performance that you don't really have to hit the intricate, like pulling those strings, but the tapping motion, it just adds a different level of flair that I quite enjoy in a performer. And just to see her like really making it, like I mentioned it once before. I think I mentioned that she reminds me like she had learned playing guitar almost like a scientific way, like almost like if it was like a mathematical type of way of learning. And she was able to really pull it off really beautifully because it was just like she did not miss a beat. She was really free flowing, but very precise at the same time. And that's the part that I really enjoyed because she was just able to just, let it go, let it loose, but just, being precise at the same time. So this, she did a phenomenal job on playing this piece. And that drummer, she was like, oh my goodness. She was like going with the speed because I like how, like I normally, like I mentioned once before, I notice how the timing goes between the bassist with the drummer, right? But not this time. Like you can hear the bass playing her part like really really good, keeping up with the speed but having a very heavy sound to it. But the drumming, the timing of the drumming, she's going along with the guitarist this time. And so I'm like listening to how they're integrating their timing with her playing, and it's just like it's almost like she added double the speed than what she normally was playing before in other videos. But I just love how they were intricate in making sure the timing kept up. It wasn't like falling low and just silencing, but it's just like it felt like it was amped up more and just adding a lot more energy, excitement, and just fun. I just love when she dropped that chord and then it just went into like a certain type of rhythm. But it was like a really perfect moment right there because then you could hear the switch up in the music. So it was just like that drop and then it went to like a certain type of rhythm that was changing, and I just really enjoyed it because that's when I felt the shivers going up and down, and I was like, oh, I don't want to curse right now, but I was like saying to myself, like, oh crap, this is getting really, really good. So I just didn't want to like, scream, like, yeah, but it's just like the excitement, the adrenaline I was feeling throughout my body, and especially when the beats were changing and the rhythm. So it was really good timing on the way they did this switch up. I noticed how she was adding in the element of the keyboards, like adding that certain flair. Like there's a word for it. That's why I'm having a hard time even coming up with it. But It wasn't like a symphonic style, but it was just adding an element of almost like space age, but adding a little flair into the mix. It doesn't seem over the top, but it just fit precisely good. And just adding the element along with the metal sound, it was a perfect mix. And so, you could tell she was really focused on making sure that she was hitting those keys correctly, but also at the same time, she's also listening to the timing on the music too, because I'm very much like that. It's like if I'm at work, I'm listening to, like I said, I could be typing and I could be focused on the screen, but I could hear people talking around me. You paying attention to like stuff around you. And her, I could see that she's just like, yeah, I'm playing the keys, but I'm also listening to the timing of the music and where I'm going to hit next. So I just like how she is very precise by adding that certain flair and that little rhythm of the sound that complements what the other girls in the band playing. And when they dropped that, that I felt it again. I felt my skin just shivered, everything just shivered because that drop just it went heavier. I was just like, "What? There's more?" I was not expecting that. And it's just a heavy drop and just like adding this rawness, the grittiness, the sound of it. It was just like really amazing just to hear that in my ears. And I'm like, and that's why I like at the end of this video, I was just like, because the amount of energy that I was experiencing, it was just like very overwhelming, but it was so freaking good. So I really enjoyed this drop. Like I didn't pay attention to that. She added a little bit of like a bluesy, like quick playing, but it sounded very bluesy at that moment, and I caught that. I just see how all these girls were putting together that performance, and it was just like you could tell that they were just like so focused amongst each other that I think they forgot that there was a crowd watching them because you could tell that they were in their element, like if they were probably doing their rehearsals at in their own private time, and that's how it felt like an intimate moment with the girls. But like they were like so focused on each other that I think they totally forgot that there was a room full of people listening. And it's just really nice how they could just disconnect themselves from the crowd because yeah, it's really nice to see a nice performance interacting bands with crowds, but it's also really, really interesting and really nice to see when a band is really connected with each other, not just, you know, like performers, but just like almost like the same thing that I mentioned about Epica. Like when you're playing so much with each other over the years, it's become like a bond, like sisters. They're practically sisters in the band. And so, like, how they were able to get in sync and just focus on themselves in playing. And I think that's really good because of the fact that you're bringing out the best performance you have within yourself with each other, but not only with each other, but for everyone around. So it's really good that they're really focused on what they do and how they play and how they sound and making sure that everything is the timing and everything is being perfect. And even though, yeah, there's going to be moments that you're going to miss here and there, but you could tell that the dedication they have with each other is really, really special. And just to see that happening on stage is really phenomenal as a person who loves to watch, performances being done in front of me. It's just nice to see how in sync they are with each other. I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. Listen, like I said, check out some of the Epica reactions I've done in the past, and you'll see I tend to cry, I get shivers, I get emotional. I'm all over the place right now. You experiencing what I normally experience in other reactions. So these are really true reactions that I'm giving you. This is not like, this is, I really was excited. I'm really happy that I was able to do this reaction without even you guys requesting it. He was like, "Yeah, Laura did it." But I really enjoyed it. I have fun with it. It's really, like I said, like when I mentioned if I put it on a playlist, it's because I really enjoyed hearing it and I know I'm not going to get tired. I like to put music that keeps me energized. And I have certain playlists for certain things that I like to listen to because, a lot of you don't know I wake up at 4 a.m. to get ready for work and so like I will have my headset on because I have my two sons who are sleeping. So I'll put my headset on and I'll just put up a music and just get ready for work and I'll be putting on music that fast going. Okay, get your day started, Laura. So this one will be one of them and probably be many more after this. But I really enjoyed it. So anyway, so that is pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, you guys know what to do. If you are new to the channel, you're welcome to subscribe. Um, I am planning to add more content into the channel. It's going to be like a little bit of an experiment because I will try to dedicate more time in the channel because like I mentioned before, the last 2 months have been a little bit rough regarding to work and I had so much, working a lot of hours. I really miss doing music reactions. So I'm planning to add more music reactions. I'm, lightening my load a little bit. No, I did not get fired. But, just lightening my load a little bit and so I could add more content. So yes, there will be more Bandmaid in the future and I think I'll be adding a little bit more. So yeah, be looking out for that and other bands, of course, other bands. So anyway, that is it. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you here at Laura A Music Corner and I will hope you have a wonderful day, evening. I will see you then. Bye.